So this particular kit was first released in 2018. You can see that it is still a very nice, very modern kit. Hello, this is BJ from Hearns Hobbies, and I'm going to be looking at the Bandai kit here of Boba Fett. Now, Boba Fett is one of those classic characters. I grew up with Boba Fett. I think Star Wars Empire Strikes Back was my first movie I saw at the cinemas, and it was just a very rich movie with a lot of different characters, and I thought this was one of the better characters too. And I guess lately it's become much more popular too with the release of The Mandalorian. So let's have a look inside this kit. Now, Bandai makes some really nice kits, particularly of the Gundam variety. They're better known for that, but they have been making kits of all kinds in their long history. Now, what they've done is they've used some of their technology and know-how in making a posed mech figure, and they've incorporated into a human type figure, and it's all very, very clever. And while they're doing that, they're using their famous individual colored parts. So you've got color separation. So let's crack it open and have a look inside. So the kit itself is 1/12 scale, which is a decent size. There's a whole heap of figures that you can get. Let's lay down. So 1/12 scale will equate to be about so tall. It's 150 mil. So let's have a closer look. Now this particular part here, this is quite typical of the multicolors that Bandai do. No other brand does this. So they can separate all these colors so that when it all goes together, it has a painted appearance. So you see with the armor sections and the body sections, how they're different colors. And this use of all these locating points is very clever, because this is exactly where you place all the parts so that it fully integrates and looks like a solid being. So you've got the cape, you've got the rope sections here. This is all the armor, of course. And then you've got the belts across here for the torso. That's part of the helmet, pistol, and you've got the chest. And on the back here, you've got a base for standing in. And then this is quite a nice touch. These are actually water slide decals. So quite often Bandai will give you the stickers, which are really thick. But yeah, nice and fine, and it gives it that very painted appearance. So that's that sheet there. And then we've got this packet here. You've got this ochre color. So these are the parts on the shoulder shields. You might just notice in here that there's got hinges, so that when you pose the arms, they all look natural. And then the other part, where's the other bit go? That must be on the knees, I think. There's a section of black parts underneath here. Got the soles of the feet. You got the shoes. And you'll see how they've got the very fabric look on the shoes. You got part of the base. This is where the shoe actually fits into the base. And then there's some black underneath there with some really fine details, which it's hard to see, but they look like cables of some type. Let's finish in a gloss black. Okay, from there we got the final packet. So over here you got the stickers. So stickers obviously are much easier to use for kids, but if you want a really nice finish, then you use water slide decals. Over here you see these are all the softer components, all the ball joints for the posing of the figurine itself. You see there's a neck part. These parts will be for arms, ball joints, knees and such. Underneath you got the green. So the green is mainly for the jetpack and parts of the helmet across here. And then you've got the lighter grey here, which is for the rest of the body. So quite noticeable. You've got the pelvic section, you've got hands, and you've got different types of postures for the hands. So you can have a gripping or open hand. There's sections for the legs and the arms, and that's quite an interesting and very quite ingenious way of engineering. You've got the joints here, and you can see there's some fabric folds in there too, and all these really natural looking fabric folds. So once you've got it together, it can quite easily look like a static figure, but once you pose it, it's very difficult to pinpoint the joints. And all across here you've got the elbow joints. So all in all, it's a very, very nice kit. Now obviously if you paint it up, it's going to look even better, because with the armor on Boba Fett, it's all scratched up and and the like. So let's have a look at the manual. So manual's always very nice to look at with Bandai. Now this particular one is quite a wide one. It all folds out. Okay, like so. All right, so across the top you can see the idea of which section that you're building. So it starts off with the head, then you get your torso, pelvis, then your legs and your arms. But if you go into some finer detail, so you see here the construction of the head with the multi-pieces, and they're all color separated. Just pop that down here a bit, so you can see that all here. You've got the little sensor on the side, so you know you have that up or down. And then building the body, you've got the various armor parts going on. The waist, so all the joints and such, and joined together. You can see the big ball joint here, from the torso to the pelvis. That helps it get that really good motion. And then again, you've got all these multiple joins here for the legs. Across here. Your left and right leg, both of those going on here. And then you finalize that up with some of the equipment on the belts, some of the ammo and the holsters. And then over here, you start doing the arms. Now that'll continue, I think, around here. So you get into the final arm, and then here's some of those little wires and things I saw before. So it's like a rope, a whip type of thing. And then the backpack with the cape, and then his weapon here. So he's got his pistol and his rifle. And that shows you how they're stored away in the holster. And then you get to the point where there's that adapter plate that goes onto the base that fits his foot perfectly. And that's designed so you can add quite a few of these together. So if you add all the other characters as well, you can put them together standing side by side. And then across over here, gives you some really good color photographs. So, well, like a painting guide, I guess. And then also that's a decal guide. So where to put the stickers, and there's the paint guide there. So how to mix these particular colors, and then you can do all the scratch marks and all the weathering if you like on the armor. So very nice kit. So this particular kit was first released in 2018, and you can see that it is still a very nice, very modern kit. So if you're either into the original Star Wars or into the Mandalorian, I mean, especially with Boba Fett, he just appeared in with his armor that was discovered. A very nice kit to have.